This is out of control. Although Michael suggested I use my beard to clip my lav mic too. That's a really, really good idea. Just listen to how wonderful that audio is. And where did I learn to trim hair so nice, you ask?
So he thought the number 2 was too long, so I'm gonna switch to a number 1.
Well, maybe it runs in the family. My boys actually have a YouTube channel, Simple Little Life Junior, and their latest video was actually them giving each other haircuts, and it actually turned out pretty good. I'm gonna link to that video up here. Check it out, or here, I don't know, but check it out. All right, now that we got that really gross little montage out of the way, it is time. Where am I going? It is time to do some sheaths today. One that we're going to do is for this knife. Still haven't done a sheath for that. And then I was just looking, and I don't have the Kydex Fasteners that I want for this knife. Now, interestingly enough, the gentleman that actually bought this knife, he lives like half an hour from me. So the plan right now is that he's gonna come by next weekend, or this coming weekend, and I'll actually get to deliver the knife to him in person, which is really, really cool. I don't get to deliver very many knives in person, so that's gonna be a lot of fun. But the bummer is I don't know if I have the right Kydex fasteners for it. See, I've got these. These rivets are for 90 thou Kydex, 92, whatever that is. But I don't have black. I've got orange, got red, but the only black ones that I have are for 60 thou Kydex. So I have ordered new ones this morning, but I don't know when they're gonna get here. Actually, you know what I'm thinking? I don't know if that's close enough. That orange is gonna work. Kind of clashy. I don't know. Red. Maybe I'll do red. I don't know. Maybe I just do black. We're gonna go ahead and get the sheath, the Kydex molded for this knife here, and then probably gonna do a tech lock belt clip. And again, this is gonna be like a horizontal carry. All right, so what we'll do now, I'm just gonna clamp this knife in here. I'm just gonna tape up the blade. I like to use 3 layers of blue painter's tape. That way, oops, that way you get a nice gap in there, and I find 3 layers works really good. And that way we'll get a nice snug fit, but it's not gonna be really, really tight. It's not gonna scratch the blade all the time, in and out. Alright, now I'm not sure if I've ever shown this on this channel before, but these things are awesome. This is an Olfa DC3, I believe they call it. What it is a little blade disposal canister. So, you got your Olfa knives here. So this is a sealed container, and the only way into it is this little slot. Just leave a little bit past the support ridges there, and then you just stick it in here, snap it off, and the blade goes inside. Whoa, that one popped out. This one's getting kind of full, but close it up. And now you've got all your razor blades properly disposed of. They're not gonna cut through garbage bags, and it's a really safe way to dispose of your blades. Once this thing gets completely full, you just toss it out. And I've had this one for about a year now. I don't know how much they cost. We used to get these all the time at work, and they're really awesome. All right, let's see if this thing is ready. Yes indeed. So we got just the right heat. We're probably this close to too much heat, but see, we've got really nice definition in that sheath. And then I like it when the halves stick together like this, because it makes drilling out the holes much easier. What I'm gonna do now is take these little press chingies that I made, and I'm gonna take a piece of Kydex and make that little standoff. And I'm actually going to lay the standoff on here first, so that I can make sure I've got the holes lined up, and I want it to be ambidextrous. The reason is that I'm gonna use tech lock on here, and I would like to have it set up so I could switch it from a pulling it out on the right side of my body or the left, depends how I want it. And then also depending on if I end up using it with tech lock on a strap of a backpack, I could have it either this side or just, I want it to be completely reversible as far as the tech lock goes. So let's go ahead and heat up a couple more pieces of Kydex, and we will we'll make this little standoff. Move nice and quick. Beauty. Oh, wrong side. Just like that. Yep, that's good. Now we'll have a little standoff that's shaped like that, and that way we can put the screws in to put this tech lock on, and then we're gonna drill it out and stuff so we can kind of move it all over, right side, left side, you name it. It's gonna be completely adjustable. All right, there's a little standoff. Essentially, it's just gonna go in here like this, and then so you've got clearance for the screws in there. So what I want to do now, I kind of want to try and balance it roughly so that the weight is gonna be roughly centered, but I'm thinking right like this should be good. I'm just gonna clamp it right there, drill it out. You may or may not have seen this on my channel. All I've done is I've taken an arbor press and I bored out this arbor here, and I've drilled and tapped a set screw right here so I can put my die in there. And this is a die from knifekits.com, and then there's a bottom of it here, and so I also drilled a hole in here, and I actually located this very precisely, so this comes down perfectly in line. And then, like I said, there's a set screw, so I have this locked in. This is a nice snug fit, fairly snug, so it doesn't come out. And you just watch how fast I can put all these rivets in. This is a wonderful, wonderful setup. None of these are pressed. We'll go ahead and rock them, socking them in. So. Go fast, right there. Whoop. Does a good job, does a fast job. I like it. Oh, I can get this out now. All right, now if we look at this sheath, this is gonna be a little bit crazy because all of our retention happens right here. This is one of the main retention points of the blade. I'm gonna cut out where the paracord is because I don't want it pushing and pulling on that every time we take it in and out. But if we look at this here, we're gonna come up here, we're gonna kind of just cut in right in here. And then we'll kind of come up right, so it'll have the profile of the paracord. It'll kind of stop it from going too deep. But then we've got to kind of come up here, so it's going to be kind of odd looking. And the reason we had to do that is because I want the clip to be as centered on the blade as I can. If I put my tech lock here, this thing's going to hang down this way, and too far up this way, it's going to hang this way. So I want this thing to sit properly and be pretty much balanced with the clip, with the center mass of the knife. So that's kind of why we're going to end up with this little little weird horndinkus going on like this, but you know what, utilitarian. This is like function over form. I think this is gonna work. Next step, we will go ahead and I'll cut all this out with my bandsaw, and then we're gonna take it to the grinder and we'll do the final shaping of it, and then we'll give it a test. So I've got that roughly shaped out. Again, that looks a little bit goofy, but it's actually got good retention. So now we can do vertical, horizontal carry just by changing these screws. And then these holes will line up from one side of the sheath to the other. So then we can change which side we're carrying it on as well. So we're just gonna pop a hole in here. The way we're gonna mount this tech lock, so this is gonna carry like this. This will be on the back. And we've got our tech lock, and I'm just gonna take some of these Chicago screws, just these guys, and I'm going to mount these through here, but I'm actually going to put a little rubber isolator, and you can get these. I got these with like this whole big kit of goodies I got from knifekits.com. And one of the reasons I'm putting this on is because I don't have any Chicago screws that are actually short enough to fit. And so I'm just using these to take up space there. If I had screws that were the right length, then maybe not, but actually, even if that were the case, it's actually really nice with these on here. Now after I run with this for a bit, and if I decide that indeed I do like it as it is, then I will, I'll go ahead and Loctite these. But for now, okay, so we've got that good and tight now. Now we can go ahead and mount it onto the sheath. And for that, I'm using slightly smaller Chicago screws. To figure out what running belt I'm gonna wear with this, but that's actually fairly well balanced and it stays nice. I'm actually pretty impressed. And ba-boom, I've always got a knife. Nice lock there. And that sucker's not coming out when you're running. Even like, say if this were a backpack, you just set that up right like that. Boom, ready to go. Got a knife right there. Actually, I think I'm gonna really like this for backpacking. I think that's gonna, you know what, just stand by. Here's just a really, some El Cheapo tactical backpack. Now, obviously, I have this set up for behind my back, so it's carrying like this, so I can reach behind my back, pull it out. If I was setting this up for my hiking, I'd still wanna grab it with my right hand, and I'd actually move, I'd move this whole clip assembly to this side, and the holes line up so I could just take this thing bolted on here so it would hang this way. But for now, also these tech locks work well with Molly as well. And check that out, that's actually a nice little setup there for hiking. You know, and boom, you got a knife, one-handed out, one-handed in, and that is not coming off. That is not coming off accidentally. I like that. Fantastic. I like it, I like it, I like it. So today I actually made a bunch of other knife sheaths while I was making this one, and that's why today's vlog is kind of just this sheath. But let's just recap real quick. So we made our little riser right there, and that way we can get fasteners between the sheath and this little riser so we can put our tech lock on. That's a tech lock in case maybe you guys don't know, you've never seen them. They're pretty cool. They're kind of like hinged belt loops. They click onto Molly. See, they've got these little things they can actually fit into Molly, and then they're hinged. They've got a fairly decent sized pin in there, right there for the hinge, and they're actually pretty slick. Put put our rubber isolators in between the molly and the riser that we made, bolted the whole issue together, and we ended up getting a really nice pressed fit on there. Yeah, I think we'll give this a test run tomorrow. I'm gonna end it right there, guys. Thank you so much for joining me today. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up. Be sure to subscribe to the channel. There'll be a little circle right here. You can do that. And then over on this side, I'll put a couple of other videos or playlists that you might enjoy. Thank you so much for watching, guys. Cheers.